Why do you think they needed to put burn on this? Well, hey y'all, welcome back to Doug's Cars. I'm sitting here in my 2002 Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo WJ that I bought for the RVA Cheap Car Challenged. And I was going to give a little update on it. There's a couple of things that I want to take care of before this gets involved in any of the challenges, because it's got almost 409,000 miles on it, and I think this car deserves a chance to live on. One thing I want to do is see if I can find a new remote clicker, because that'll just make things easier. I got to be able to open the trunk a lot, where I've got the jump pack to help out my competitors who are going to probably not be able to start their cars that often. The other thing I want to do is change out this driver's seat, and if you take a look at it, you can see it's seen better days. The power operation does work fine, but it is in need of replacement. So I'm going to head over to the junkyard and see what I can do to find a replacement for it. Now, what you want to definitely bring is a 15mm ratcheting socket if you can, or a wrench, spanner, whatever you want to call it, because these bolts are going to be hard to get at, and you really should be able to move the seat back and forward to do that. But these are all power seats. Cars in the junkyard do not have batteries in them, and I can't imagine they'd be super thrilled if you showed up with a jump box. Some places may allow it, but I don't believe the one near me does. But they have about 8 or 9 of them on the lot, so we're going to head over there now and see what I can find, see if I can find something to replace this. I want to make this thing last as long as I can, not just for the competition, but it needs to go and live on. I think something that's made it this far needs to live on. So stay tuned, and let's go take a look at those seats and see what I can find. All right, y'all, I made it out here to the windy lot. This one's got a little bit of rust on it, but the door is shut, so that could be good. And it's also busted and the wrong color. Well, that's just not going to work, is it? There's a bunch of them here. Oh man, look at all these Grand Cherokees here. Let's try the silver one. The door's shut on this. That's a good sign. Maybe the seat's still intact. Ooh, leather, which I don't have. I don't think I want to do the upgrade. That one is tan, so that's also not going to work. Let's see, there's a newer one, a facelifted one here. There's a little bit of damage. Dang, that must have hurt. Ooh, that seat is in better condition, that's for very sure. There's just little seam separations there. That might be a possibility. I'm gonna take a look around and see what else I can find, because there's another one over here with a shut door. This is great. All these doors being shut. Well, that's got the seam split there too, which is still not something I want to do. Let's see. There was one more over here, I think. No, that's the new one. Oh, there's blue. Although I doubt that'll have a black interior. Let's see. That one's already gone. That's the newer one. This one looks like it's leather. And it is. And that's not something I want to get into, because then you got to change everything. Let's see what this one has. Again, closed door, and it's also leather. And now, why do you think they needed to put burn on this? I think that's kind of obvious, isn't it? Well, here's one more that hit pretty hard in the back. Let's see if the door opens. It does. Leather, but also ruined. Yeah, so I think the best bet is to see about that one there, and the one with the blown airbags and the destroyed alloy wheel. See about getting that seat out. I may have spoken too soon on this one. It is like super wet, even though the door was shut. It must have been open for some reason, and obviously you can see there's been water in the door. But the interior in this also stinks. There was one over here that had some good Columbia edition seats, but it was obviously a smoker's car, and no. But the interior in this one just smells like mildew. So I'm happy to keep the one I have over carrying this thing out. Even though it's in decent shape, it is really smelly, and I'd rather not sit on a super smelly seat. I'd rather sit on a seat that has a tear in it. So I'll keep looking, but I think this is a strikeout, y'all. That's okay, there's other things we can do to this Jeep to make it more livable. Well, I found out why the door doesn't shut. Oh yeah, Found the problem. Decided on a different tactic. I'm taking the side panel off, and it looks like this seat material will just clip on here. So I'm gonna see if I can't take the seat material off the passenger seat of the wet driver's seat vehicle. And with the door that wouldn't shut, the passenger door shuts fine. Obviously this seat has not been used as much. So I'm gonna see if I can't get this cushion off, take it home, pop it on. Nice. Well, I got a little ahead of myself. The cushion itself is different on either side. Like this comes down here, and as you can see on that seat, it doesn't have the same like welting and way to lock in place. So I started to get it undone, but it's just not gonna work. So I guess I'm stuck with my original seat, at least for now. These places restock all the time, so I might be back. On to the next fun adventure. I made it back from the junkyard, and you know, win some, lose some, as they say. Didn't get any seat fabric or seat cushions or anything like that, but I did get a replacement half for a keychain. So it has half of it. The other half's still broken off because I kept the front from the Jeep front. This came out of a Dodge Ram. Top tip, they had a garbage can full, like a kitchen-sized garbage can, full of remotes. So if you need the guts, if you need the outside of one to put your guts into, which is what I did with this one, go by and check. They didn't even charge me. It was on the way out. I asked if they had any. The guy's like, hold on. Dragged that can of them over that was 3/4 full with these things and gave me my free pass to just root through there. Grabbed one. He said, head on out and you're good. So, hey, when this one goes, I'll just go back and find another one. I'm sure there'll be other ones in there. And with these Chryslers, I mean, this one came from a Dodge Ram. It obviously had a Ram embossed in the front of it. I didn't need to keep that part, but hey, I could have if I needed to. So that's a great tip. I hope you enjoyed watching my failed attempt at some new seats for this vehicle. There's certainly more fun to come, and stay tuned for more Jeep action, more Range Rover action, and more Doug's Cars action. Thanks y'all so much for watching. Have a great day.